Hey guys, my name is Thana and welcome to my channel. Today we are reviewing the all brand new 2021 Mitsubishi Athlete, and this is replacing the outgoing model, the Mitsubishi Triton Adventure X. So the keeping the theme is still A, Adventure became Athlete, and unless you have been living under a rock because of pandemic, you might not have realized that this is the year of the 4x4. Every single car manufacturer out there is fighting for that spot to be that, I don't know, just the top 3, because 4x4s are the thing in today's world. You can't go overseas, you can't go traveling, you can't go anywhere in this pandemic, but you can go camping, you can go outdoors, and you can enjoy the wild outdoors. And yeah, it'll be an interesting year to see which one comes on top, but I think this Triton is definitely fighting very hard. Let's stay tuned and find out what this Triton has to offer. When reviewing a vehicle, I like to look at 5 different areas. First and foremost, under the guts. Does it have what it takes to deliver what we need? Number 2, the exterior. Does the exterior has what it takes to, well, 1, to impress me, and number 2, stand the 5 years or at least of ownership of the vehicle. And we can't look at the exterior without looking at the interior. And in this case, a pickup truck, the interior has to be solid, has to be robust, as well as, well, again, comfortable. Now, once we're done with the exterior and interior, we have to talk about the driving feel, because ultimately, how it drives dictates how we feel. So, driving feel is what we'll do next before we go to the last segment of the video, where I give my conclusion of what I think about the Triton. Because to me, being good in any one area isn't enough. It has to be a package. And as a package, would I put my money into a Triton? Well, you gotta wait to see whether this Triton Athlete stacks up to its name. Under the hood of the Triton, we have a 2.4 liter engine, and this diesel engine, my dear friend, I must say, is very quiet. I was shocked how quiet this was compared to all the other by4s that I have tested. But then again, for diesel guys, that clatter, that noise you hear in the background isn't an issue. But if you're a petrol guy and looking for a quiet ride, this might be it. It gives out about 181 PS with 430 Nm torque. The power is definitely there to deliver you from point A to point B. Do I like it? I think if you are concerned about road tax, well, at 790 odd ringgit, this is definitely a great option. Let's talk money. The Triton comes at a price tag of 141,500 ringgit, and for that you get all this plus with a 5-year warranty and 200,000 kilometer mileage gap. What do you think? Let's talk about driving dynamics. The Triton is definitely one of the more nimble of all the trucks offered today in the market, and that's largely due to the fact of its shorter wheel-to-wheel space. It's a narrower wheel gap. What they meant is it does 5.9 meter turns. Pretty impressive. And more importantly is that in the world of by4s, we always care about approach angle. Now, approach angle is the angle of the tire to the bumper, and this has a whopping 31 degrees. Pretty insane if you ask me. But in the back, it kind of falls a bit short because it's only 23 degrees. And more importantly, what it has is a good ramp over angle, which means if it goes over a boulder or a large hump, it can take up to 25 degrees. So nimble, and I think even off-road it'll do pretty well, especially if you go for bigger tires and probably a 2-inch lift. I wouldn't mind taking this off-road because yeah, I could see myself getting stuck and unstuck with its gearbox, which we'll get to now. One of the best thing about a Triton or a Mitsubishi for the matter is its gearbox. And my oh my, is the gearbox fancy. So this is what they call as a viscous coupling for the center diff. Now if you're not sure about how a pickup truck works, well, basically most pickup trucks, well, all pickup truck I think, are actually rear wheel driven. So engine in the front, drive shaft, and it will drive the rear tires. But in the event you get stuck and need more traction, what happens is there is a center diff. And the diff helps you to lock the front and the rear, so you get traction on all four tires. That's the name 4x4. Now, how that center diff works differs from car to car or truck to truck. In the case for most pickup trucks, it's a mechanically locked center diff. You press a button or a knob or you engage a gear, it will engage a diff lock, so it just locks the front and rear. But in the case of a Triton or a Mitsubishi, it has got a viscous coupling. And what it means is it's more like your automatic gearbox where you have your disc and it goes and works with liquid and will mesh together to give you that solid lock for the front and rear. In a automatic car, obviously, that works to engage the tires. In this case over here, that liquid on that mesh or the plate helps to lock the front and rear. And what that means is you get to drive 4H on this on normal roads. Yes, my dear friends, you cannot drive 4x4s using the 4x4 selector on normal roads because it's meant for only off-road use. And if you do use it on normal roads, you will destroy the gearbox. Not on the Triton. On the Triton, the 4H, you can use it on tarmac or even a wet condition road. So it's a plus point if you need it. But in my opinion, two-wheel drive is more than sufficient for most conditions. But it's nice to have that viscous coupling, guys. Pretty impressive. Let's look at the athlete and its exterior. An athlete is supposed to be all muscular, but this athlete is all about being a gladiator. Muscular lines, it shows with its shield. The shield is now very prevalent in all the range that comes from Mitsubishi, from the Outlander to the Expander. And now, obviously, on the Triton, the shield here, it's a black out version, and you'll see the theme running across these cars. Because these cars now are going for a blacked out, super, I guess, stealth version of the Triton with black wheels down there, black front, black side mirrors, and even the black arrow bits up in the back there. Well, let's stand back and see what do we think of the design. Well, the Triton, as you know, has got this little thing over here which goes this way, and this makes it look sporty. A sporty look car, a sporty look SUV, a sporty look pickup, a sporty look 4x4, whatever you call it, it is definitely sporty. From afar, well, let's look at the profile. Would you know this is a Triton? Yes, I do think so, because one of the more prevailing features of the Triton is the headlights over here. The headlights that stands out, it's sitting way below than normal pickup trucks, but what it gives you is it gives you a much further illumination than most pickup trucks. Very nice indeed. And up here you've got your daylight running lights, which is very sharp and also very obvious from far away, going really far. Yep, that line is unmistakably a Triton. The front, as I spoke earlier, it's got a good approach angle because of that design of the bumper going this way. So yeah, if you get into a tight spot, getting out, it's not a problem. In the back, however, because of the shorter wheelbase, you do get more overhang, and the more overhang means the departure angle isn't as good as most pickup trucks, but I don't think it's a big concern. What else can we see here? In the side, we have that side step, which is made from aluminium. Nice, strong and sturdy. Very good. In the back, we have got the tailgate. Now the tailgate, in my opinion, is requiring some fixing, because if you look at this, and I open this up, yeah. Today, most pickup trucks comes with a dampener, hydraulic press, or whatever you call it. There's something to help you to, a spring, there's even a spring sometimes like on the Ranger over here, to help to give you that, I guess, that extra pull, so you don't slam yourself when you open this. And again, to close this now, it's quite an effort to close it. So I'm not a fan of that piece, but you know what, you live with it, and it's an aftermarket device you can install for 100 ringgit. The aero kit actually looks quite good. The only thing is, when going on high speeds, I noticed that this actually does shake a little. So I'm not sure if it's a mounting issue on this particular version, but this is not really a very solid aero. I'll probably put a different type of aero in there. Let's go on the sides here. You've got your all-terrain tires from Dunlop. These are 18-inch, and they are 265/60 18s, as you can see here. Very nice. And that's about it. That's about the exterior. One thing again I don't like about the exterior is that, well, for this price point, the D-Max provides over fenders guards over here. Yep, this piece here, this is just exposed. I think they could have done better. They could have given you a protector, because if you're going to go off-road, that will definitely get scuffed up. And I think having that over fender protector makes it look a little more meaner, which they could have added. And the top there is no roof rails. As you can see here, no roof rails. I would have loved to have a roof rails on the top. But other than that, exterior wise, it does get top notch, especially in this color. This is their orange. They got orange, they've got white, they've got black. They went for 3 very polarizing colors, but in this orange, in the sun over here, I think it looks fantastic. What do you think?